What's up, dildos? It's movie time. Chris had an idea for another fucking series the other night whenever he was alone in his room doing gross shit.
I do that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I know already. So, tell him your idea.
Basically, we're going to watch a movie. We're going to give our opinion on a movie, then watch a movie. And then we're basically just going to recap the entire film. Because if we try to show the shit on YouTube, we'll get copyrighted.
We could get away with it, but I'm fucking lazy and I have too much shit to edit as it is.
True.
So maybe one day, whenever you guys make this our job, I'll have time to do full shit.
Subscribe.
Or if this retard learns to fucking click buttons ever.
Progress.
Yeah. Anyway, this might not be the first one that's ever done. It's possible another one got uploaded before this, but
there's one of 3 videos that will be the pilot, including this one.
Or more, depending on how many times we fuck around with it.
True.
So normally what we would do, like he said, we would tell you the movie we're going to watch. We would go get drunk, watch that movie, and then come back and go through it from there. Recap. Problem is, Chris is a bitch.
No.
And didn't want to watch the Human Centipede.
Problem is, that's not a movie. That's fucking fetish garbage.
It might be.
I don't even have to watch it to know that it's fetish garbage.
Well, either way, I watched the Human Centipede. My girlfriend and I watched that last night.
Why?
Because I guess that's where our relationship is.
Being single's sounding more and more fantastic.
Well, you never know. But anyway, that's the plan for tonight. Check out this cool thing I sort of half-ass animated. We'll be right back to talk about the Human fucking Centipede.
What kind of craft beer are we drinking for this?
Trailer 76. So, Chris, tell me why you didn't want to watch this movie. I mean, you kind of touched on it, but tell me why.
I know what it's about. I know it's some fucking pervert doctor who sews people's mouths to other people's assholes. And they shit in each other's mouths. And I just described every fucking reason no one should watch this movie. Like, did that all happen? Or is this a great movie?
I mean...
Did that happen, yes or no?
Yeah.
This is not a movie. Don't watch it.
Before I even talk about the actual content of the movie, technically speaking, it's really good. From the point of view of, like, filmmaking and, like, just the... I know what you're going to say when I say the imagery, not the poop imagery. Believe it or not, there's no poop visible in the whole movie.
I've heard that the sequels are different.
Well, I mean, more power to them, I guess.
No,
but
no power to that.
Poop power.
The bus does not support the Human Centipede.
But anyway, yeah. So it's very much what it sets out to be, and yeah.
Good for you.
Right, but...
Fucking good for you.
I don't even know if you would consider it a horror movie. I mean, I guess you would. It's more of a...
Gross?
Yeah. I don't know what you would consider. Is it psychological thriller?
Gross.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's what it's considered.
But, anyway, that's kind of my take on that whole sort of situation. But, let's get into the actual content, the plot. If you will. Yeah,
we sure just watch Jingle All the Way 2 again?
No, we can't. And if that didn't come out first, that you just spoiled a surprise.
Oops.
Larry the Cable Guy is going to sew your mouth to his butthole now.
I'd rather watch that.
Would you? You rather watch that than have that done to you?
I don't know. He might be funny during it at least.
No one's funny when someone's mouth is sewn to their butthole. Especially fake rednecks. Anyway, plot time. Human Centipede. Plot, go. Okay. So, stop me at any point and ask questions. Because I know you're going to have them.
I can't wait.
First of all, you have seen the South Park parody of this, right?
Yeah, if you don't read the, like, shit to your iPhone or iPod or whatever, that happens to you, and a Japanese guy shits in a Jew's mouth.
Okay, well, so you do know basically the plot.
I just told you the plot. I know exactly what the plot is.
Okay, you know the plot, but you're going to get into the meaty details here in this part. Alright, so We open up, and I don't remember if this is the first thing you see. There might have been some like title cards and bullshit in there, but so there's a semi truck pulls over on the side of the road. Big burly trucker fuck gets out. Right, he's going to the woods to go hang out with Bruce Willis. There's a car parked in front of the truck. I don't know if he planned to like meet this guy, if he knew this guy's turd schedule and he was just gonna find him there, or if he was just laying in wait for trucker dumps. I don't know. Car door opens up. Dude in a fucking full trench coat, glasses. I think he had a hat. I don't remember. Turns out this is our fucking antagonist, Dr. German guy.
So he doesn't even have a crew that goes out and does this?
Oh no. He gets out of his car just on the side of the road with a hunting rifle. Just has that slung over his back. At this point he's wearing like big ass glasses. You know Taserface's friend with the beard with the big goggles? He has that guy's goggles on.
That guy is better people than
Taserface.
This person.
Yeah. So Taserface.
Taserface is better people than this guy.
He just follows the trucker, and the trucker's like 30 feet off the road. By the way, I mean he's behind a bush, but if you were looking, you could see this.
If I'm gonna shit in fucking public, I'm gonna go like deep in the woods. I'm also not gonna shit in public.
Dr. Bad Time. He just fucking pops him with and it turns out it's like a tranquilizer dart in the rifle.
Less funny.
So that sets up that he's going out and doing this shit. He's hunting people.
So trucker guy is gonna be part of the Human Centipede.
Yeah, he's being taken back to Dr. There's a name for him. He looks like, I'm just gonna call him Dr. Red Skull. By the way, spoiler warning for the Human Centipede. And then we cut to the two chicks from this movie. They're on the phone trying to get directions to some nightclub. The one girl's on the phone like, hey, I want to go to the club. The other girl's like, oh my god, this is Stephanie. I want to go to the... Her name's not Stephanie, I don't care. They're just your two typical vapid cunts in any horror movie.
Is one of them Liam Neeson's daughter?
No.
Oh, yeah, this is going to end poorly for them.
They get directions to the Get Fucked Club. They're driving through just the woods. I don't know if this club is supposed to be there or if they're just stupid and they went the wrong way. They get a flat tire,
of course,
and their phones don't work because it's a movie. They're like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Oh my god, it's Stephanie. One of them is like, well, we should start walking down the road. You know, we'll find a place to go. The other one's like, no, it's raining and my hair will get fucked up or some stupid shit.
At no point do they call Qui-Gon?
I guess they don't have the little women's razor thing they use to talk to Obi-Wan. So then a car pulls up next to them. You think it's going to be Dr. Red Skull, but it's not. It's just this fat, fucking hairy German dude. They start trying to be like, hey, can you help us? But he doesn't speak English. So he starts talking to them, saying just like fucked up shit in German. Like, I think he uses the phrase, I have a horny movie of you two at home. One of them has a German to English dictionary. Figures out he said the word fuck, and they figured out what he's trying to say. Then he just
look at him and know that.
Yeah. Then he just stops and just looks at them and won't go away. And they're like, stay in the car, it's Stephanie. Eventually he drives off, who gives a fuck, whatever. The one talks the other one into getting out. Now they're just walking in the woods. She says, let's walk down the road. Eventually we'll find, I guess, like a gas station or something. The next shot is just them in the trees. Not on the road, just in the fucking woods. They find a house. Guess whose house it is? Is it
Red Skull's?
Yeah, they find Red Skull's house. Nice fucking house. It's like, I want his house minus the what's coming. Oh, rewind a little bit. I forgot a thing. When he's sitting in the car waiting for the trucker to go take a shit, he has a photograph in his hand of 3 Dobermans that he...
Oh, God!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. See, and I remember that because when they get into his house, there's a little grave marker that in German it says, I think it says mein Dreihund, which is my 3 dog. So he's done this before with dogs. So the vapid cunts get to the front door. Let me know when you start noticing red flags, okay? Red Skull comes to the door. They tell him what's going on. They're like, can we use the phone? Can we do that? He says, are you alone?
There's a small one.
He asks him some other questions. I can't remember what they were.
Like, I don't want a bunch of people in my fucking house I don't know. So.
Right. So
mild red flag.
Then he lets them in, and when they get ahead of him, he turns around and closes the door. Now, the door has a key lock on the inside.
That's a red flag, but I don't know that I would have seen that, so...
I mean...
We're still nervous.
They make it a point to lock it, to show him locking
it.
He asks if they want some water. So he goes into the kitchen, says he's going to make a phone call for them. He makes this phone call without the phone. He's just talking as if he's talking to, like, the police. Or I think it was the police or like somebody just to come get like their rental car agency or somebody. While he is making their water, guess what he puts in the water?
A roofie?
Yeah, he roofies both of them. One of them spills her drink because she's freaking out, and then he yells at her in German and calls her like a fucking pig idiot or something. He's like, "I'll make you another one." She's like, "No, it's okay, we'll share." So the girl that didn't spill her drink, she starts fucking bad, and other girl is like, what's wrong? And he just
big red flag.
He just straight up goes, "It's the rape drug." He just says that.
Remember Scary Movie?
Uh-huh.
Remember that thing Shorty said?
Yeah, I do.
Run, bitch! Run!
I just want to go ahead and say, Nick, if the two of us are ever in this situation, I'm leaving you there.
I'm not helping you either.
I'm running like fuck.
Oh, my girlfriend and I were both like, yeah, we would leave either one there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
I'll call the cops and send them to go help you, but...
I might not even do that. I'm like, this channel's about to be a lot harder. They wake up in fucking hospital beds, and there's 3 beds. They look over, they're freaking out, and then next to them is our trucker friend from earlier.
Oh, good.
He has his mouth tied, so he can't yell trucker things. Dr. Red Skull comes downstairs, and he's like, "Oh, you're all awake. Hey, let's do stuff." He looks at the girls, and he's like, whatever. Then he goes over to the trucker guy, and he's looking at both of them, or all 3 of them, and he's like, "Okay, there's these 2 skinny, white, vapid cunts, big, fat, hairy trucker man." He walks up to the trucker guy, and he says, "You don't match. That means you have to die." He pulls out this big-ass fucking syringe, and I'm pretty sure he, like, does the air thing, where he pumps the air into you, and you, like, meh. And he kills the...
like
the
when you,
guy.
like, euthanize some shit?
Yeah, he kills Trucker Man.
Good for Trucker Friend!
So then it shows Red Skull burying Trucker Fuck in the yard. Somehow, I don't remember how, there's a Japanese guy. I don't remember how he's introduced to the story.
Oh, so South Park kind of nailed it.
We're just going to call him Glenn.
We know he's Korean. Shut the fuck up.
Whatever. He ends up in Trucker Guy's place in the hospital bed.
Oh, I feel like he should be jealous of Trucker Friend.
Yeah, he really should. He speaks no English at all. Picture that. Your captor is German, who speaks he speaks English.
Right.
You're Japanese, and you're trapped with 2 Americans. The communication barrier is just all kinds of fucked up. The one girl ends up getting out. She unties her shit from the bed. She gets up and tries to run. While this is all happening, Dr. Red Skull had been saying, "I don't know who I'm going to put in the middle."
I feel like this girl's about to have a talk with Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
Now you fucked up!
He's already decided by now that he wants Glenn to be the train engine. He's just trying to figure out who's going to be in the middle. The driving...
number 1?
The drivey part of the choo-choo train.
Okay, so the 1.
He shows him this fucking slideshow of what's going to happen, but doesn't know who he's going to put there. It's like a fucking MS Paint drawing. 3 squiggle figures with squiggle lines from their mouths to their butts.
So at this point, I feel like you know what his plan is.
Oh yeah, he's explained it to them. He explains it to them in detail. So then all this shit happens where the girl gets out, she tries to run. Her other friend is still Khal Drogo over there, just fucking... rips her fucking IV out of her arm, which is super smart to do. She has to figure out, okay, I'm going to help other cunt.
No, you're going to help you and get the fuck out of there.
That's what you would think, but
that's
she
what you should do. She's dumb.
She tries to drag other cunt like up the stairs to get her away.
No.
They go upstairs.
Bye.
They get into what I think is Red Skull's bedroom. There is a window that she tries to break with a lamp. So they break the window, but Red Skull is just standing there with his fucking trucker killer rifle. He lets them get away for a little bit. So he shoots her in the back. So he goes up to her, and she's over there like, because the Ace Ventura dart is in her arm. He tells her the story about the 3 dog. He's like, I did this with 3 Dobermans at one point, and I had one that was it didn't like to listen. It didn't like the whole thing. So I figured out he was going to be the middle. So you're going to be the middle now because you're like that dog. Get him back inside. Then we start doing...
Why would you make the number 1 the dude that can't speak English?
I don't know. I'm not in his head. I don't want to be.
No.
There's a reason. He gave a reason for why he picked him, but I don't remember. He starts cutting people. There's lots of close-ups of butts getting cut open. We get sort of a montage of him doing that. Once it's all done, you see them. They're all kind of just upstairs, just laying there. And he comes around and starts yelling at them to stand up. He's like checking.
Are they like attached?
Oh yeah, they're attached at this point.
God.
He starts telling them like, oh look, it's healing, and it's this and that, and makes them stand up or as much as they can.
Did they not just ask him to not do this?
Oh, they asked a lot. They asked him to do that quite a bit. Most of the movie is them asking him not to do this. So then we get a couple scenes of him like trying to train them, I guess. He tells them like that they should listen to him and they should. He's treating them like a dog. Because I guess they're his new 3 dogs.
Dogs don't shit in each other's mouth. Well, I guess those 3 Dobermans did, but
the Japanese guy, for some reason, he's not having it.
Why not? Why is he not having it? Why is he not a fan of this? Tell me.
I don't know. I guess he's racist against the Germans.
Yeah, he sure the fuck is.
So he bites Red Skull, and Red Skull beats the shit out of him. And then he starts wearing leather boots so that he can't bite him. And he's like, you should bite it now. Bite me. Then they're trying to like walk. He's telling them, he takes them out for walkies. The Japanese guy, just out of nowhere, he's like, I have to shit. It's like he's getting yelled at, and he's just like, oh God, I have to shit. He's like, I'm gonna shit.
How long have they been holding it at this point?
Apparently, he's never shit before in his life. He didn't know what this feeling was because he's like, oh shit, I have to shit.
No!
That's how that works.
There's a big difference between like sitting on a toilet and pooping, and I would hold it every fucking second I could in this situation. Like,
yeah.
That's ultimate common courtesy. Like, I'm going to give you as much time as humanly possible to prepare yourself for this. Like, it's probably going to happen, but...
Yeah, he's just like, oh fuck, this is a thing that's happening, and apparently he can't not, because it just happens.
I'd like to think this is like a few days later, and he's like, it's happening.
They don't really give a good... there's not really a good frame of reference for how long it is. I imagine a little bit, because he says the shit's healing.
I'm going to assume it's been a minute.
While he's doing that, obviously Red Skull is like hitting them with a whip and saying shit like, yes, feed her. So that happens. The middle girl's freaking out, obviously, because there's turds in her mouth.
No shit.
Don't. They go back inside, and then there's a scene where, don't worry, you get to see Red Skull's ass, because he's swimming naked in his house. He has a fucking badass pool in his house. His house is awesome. He has them tied to a chair on the edge of the pool, and he's just like swimming back and forth naked across this thing. The Japanese guy's like, hey, dumb cunts, let's try to fucking escape. And they start trying to walk out, and of course Red Skull sees them immediately. It then leads to them being in a cage. He just has a cage just in his living room. So the closer it gets to the ending, it's more kind of hazy because it's this movie, and I was sort of like, what is anything? But at some point, the police show up. These 2 detectives show up at his house.
Is one of them Liam Neeson?
No, but one of them looks like German Harvey Bullock from Gotham, and like mixed with like Michael McDonald.
I don't know who Michael McDonald is.
The guy from the Doobie Brothers.
I'm rooting for Harvey Bullock.
The guy that Will Sasso was singing as in a bathtub with bubbles on his face.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I really don't.
Yes, you do. They're kind of like, hey, there was an abandoned car found not long from here.
Are you making people eat poop?
A neighbor, I guess, heard screaming on your property, and like we just kind of want to see what's going on. you're spooky and you look like the devil. You look like Nazi devil. Red Skull flips the fuck out. Starts screaming at the cops. And downstairs while this is happening, he has them like on a table.
Do they know cops are there?
Oh yeah, because the phone rang. And he walked outside the room and answered the phone. They start screaming, trying to get their attention.
As you fucking do!
And during that scene, they find out the girl in the back is dying. Because, spoiler alert, she has an infection. She has like ooze and pus.
Do they know that she's dying?
Oh yeah.
How do they know?
Well, I mean, they don't. The doctor, Red Skull, knows. They're trying to get the cops' attention upstairs. They can't hear because he lives in this fucking castle. They're like, what's in the lab downstairs? He's like, my research. It's like, it's none of your fucking business. He flips out, like, breaks a glass or something, and then he's like, oh, shit, I'm stressed out, I'm working too much, I'm not sleeping, it's cool.
Well, we're gonna look around for people pooping each other's mouths.
Well, they try, and he's like, you don't have a warrant to do that.
And they shot him, right?
No.
Liam Neeson would have shot him.
The cops are like, we can have a warrant in like 20 minutes. Red Skull's like, go do that. I don't know if you can really get a warrant that fast. I know the judicial system in America doesn't work that way. Maybe Germans are faster. I don't fucking know.
It would be pretty difficult to hide that in 20 minutes.
Oh, he's gonna try.
A fucking pile of pooping people.
The cops leave. They said they're gonna get a warrant. Red Skull's like, ruh-roh, Raggy. Ready to hide the poopies. He goes downstairs. He gets downstairs. Centipede's gone. Glenn has gotten a scalpel and stabs him in the fucking leg.
Cool!
Yeah.
Yay!
And it fucks, or I think he stabbed him in the knee. And part of the thing was like that he like cuts part of the tendon in their knee, so their legs can't go straight or something. I don't know if that's really how that works. I don't know anatomy. So now Red Skull is like flopping around. He can't like get up and walk.
Good. Fuck him. I don't like him.
I think they knock him out too. So Glenn is like, konnichiwa, and he like tells the girls like, trying to be like, we gotta foot it and get out of here. So middle girl's like, okay, and then girl in the back is fucking.
Do they have like access to all of their hands?
I think he did something to their hands where they can't like.
Okay, because if I'm like guy number one, I'm fucking ripping that shit off and apologizing later.
Well, I don't know. I guess they can use their hands because he uses the scalpel.
Yeah,
but
sorry, but I'm gonna rip you off of me.
I don't really know. Anyway, so they start trying to crawl away. Then they get to a spiral staircase and they're like, oh shit.
That's the worst case scenario.
Not only is there a staircase, it's a fucking.
Yeah.
So, but they try it. They start going up. They're
As
like,
you do.
Right. As they're going up, Caboose girl, Khal Drogo back there, she's getting worse. Obviously, there's the way they're having to turn, they're all hurting way worse now because they're tearing their mouth butt stitches. As they get almost to the top of the thing, Red Skull wakes up. He's like,
oh, good.
He's like, bad time, this isn't a thing. He's crawling behind them. He has the scalpel now because they dropped it.
Why?
Yeah.
No! Why don't... When he's unconscious, fuck...
Yeah, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They get upstairs somehow. They get into the same room where they broke the window before. The girl is like, no, because she thinks the window's still broken.
Number 2?
Yeah, number 2 girl. She's like, the window's broken, but she says it like there's a butthole in her mouth. When they get over there, the dude pulls the curtains back. Red Skull's had the window fixed. So then they turn around and they see the lamp that they used before. And the girl's like, oh, lamp. So he goes over for it. When they get there, here comes Red Skull crawling into the room. He's got the scalpel.
We don't like
in his
him.
hand. Yeah, but they try to break the window. They try. Doesn't work. Red Skull comes in the window, or comes in the room. The Japanese guy turns around and looks at him. He's got a piece of the window in his hand. He has a broken piece of glass in his hand.
Cool.
So we're like, all right, there's going to be a centipede Nazi fight. No, they're not going to fight. Japanese guy decides he's going to give some impassioned speech about
I know where this goes.
Life and freedom. And instead of fucking he takes the fucking piece of glass and he cuts his own throat with it. Let's say you're going to do that, right? Let's say you're going to do that. Why take the time to give the speech? So he fucking stabs himself in the throat. Just fucking did. Flops over. Girl in the middle is like, cool, now what do?
I don't know if girl 2 or 3 make it, but I'm not gonna hang out with you or be friends with you after I shat in your mouth, or vice versa. Like, our friendship would be over.
So at this point, the cops come back. It's just the same two cops. They don't bring backup. They don't bring Carl Winslow or a fucking tank. They just come back. The one cop goes downstairs. The other cop stays upstairs walking around. I don't remember the exact sequence of events, but the cop upstairs finds the centipede. The cop downstairs, he finds Red Skull. As the cop upstairs finds the centipede, he hears a gunshot. So he goes downstairs. He finds his buddy just floating dead in the pool. Somehow Red Skull I don't know if he got his gun or had his own gun. I don't really know. Cop number 1 is dead in the fucking water.
Because he's a terrible cop.
Apparently. Red Skull shoots this cop too.
God damn it!
But as he shoots him, he shoots Red Skull in the fucking head.
Oh, okay.
So Red Skull just fucking all over the... Sorry, Voldemort. So both the cops are dead as fuck now, though. And then we cut to the final shot of the movie. So Glenn is dead.
Right.
Girl number 2 is there, and girl number 3 is still Khal Drogo. Then girl number 3 just dies. So she just fucking...
Good.
Just fucking eats it. So now we have girl number 2 in the middle, just like, what do I do? And I'm pretty sure she's crying.
I would be.
Probably.
I would be crying quite a bit.
And then it just pans up to the roof of the house and then to the sky, and then it rolls the credits. So we don't know what happened to her.
There's shit she can do.
I guess. I mean,
he has a phone.
If she can get to it with all this dead weight.
I'm gonna find a fucking way.
How's she gonna talk?
That's the ending?
Yeah. Yeah.
That...
How's she gonna talk to him? Is she gonna...
You made noises and they know where the fucking phone... I don't know if German people's phones work like ours, but they'll know where it's fucking coming from.
Also, the fact that there's 2 cops that just aren't gonna report to anywhere.
Yeah.
They're gonna show up.
I would like to think she made it.
She might. Well...
Oh my God. Like, why would you watch that?
I mean...
I don't want to watch it any more than I did before.
Don't you, though?
No.
What was your favorite part?
The part where Liam Neeson showed up and killed Red Skull.
That wasn't Liam Neeson.
Yeah, it was.
That was one of the cops.
No, it was Liam Neeson, and Liam Neeson just showed up, shot Red Skull in the face, and that was the end of the movie.
But if that had happened, that cop would have lived.
Fuck that cop, I don't care.
No, because that cop would have been... The cop that shot him in the face would have been Liam Neeson, and then Liam Neeson...
No, I'm saying, like, those 2 cops never mattered. Liam Neeson just showed up, murdered Red Skull, and undid the centipede with his gun. They would prefer that.
They might. But that's what happened. You know, it's a movie. I'll put it that way.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's a fetish.
Oh, it might be.
I don't know what that is. Like, why would you watch that?
I mean, you know, whatever. It's not.
That even sounds scary. It's just gross.
It's not meant to really be a horror movie. It's just more of I think it falls under psychological.
No, it falls under disgusting.
It's not.
It falls under the don't fucking watch it category.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, it's not even a shitty movie. It's not a movie. Like, oh my God, no.
Well,
Jingle All the Way 2 was at least an attempt.
no, it wasn't.
No, I will watch Jingle All the Way 2 all day before I watch that shit once.
Well, that is my bastardized bullshit recap of the Human Centipede. I feel like Chris is a much better person now that he knows what happens in that movie.
You know I'm not.
There's not a lot that can make you a better person.
That wasn't it if there was.
But that's how that went down. I probably fucked up the order of events on a lot of things.
Who gives a shit?
It's funny you should say that, though. Who gives a shit? Because someone in particular does give a shit.
You proud of that?
Oh, I am. Someone in particular does give a shit. And it happens to be the star of the second one. Because not only did Lakin and I watch the first one. We also watched the Human Centipede Chapter 2, the full sequence, I believe it's called. And we'll give you the review for that one next time, because I know Chris is dying to hear what happens next time in the totally exciting sequel.
Did you watch number 3?
We would have if it had been on Netflix, but it wasn't, so we watched Sausage Party instead.
Which also sucks ass, by the way.
Weirdly religious. Did not expect that to be a religious movie.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of the movie.
I just thought it was a poorly made movie.
The whole plot.
Better than Human Centipede, I'm sure,
The whole
but...
plot of that movie is about religion.
Oh.
But yeah. So look forward to part 2 of this Human Centipede journey, and part 3 if my girlfriend and I ever decide to watch that shit.
I'm not watching either. I'll listen to him describe it.
We're gonna kidnap him and make him.
1,000 subscribers you can pick between Human Centipede and Green Inferno.
We're doing Green Inferno.
I don't know if that's worse. Is that worse? Which is harder to watch? Human Centipede or Green Inferno? You haven't seen Green Inferno.
Well, considering the Human Centipede wasn't even really hard to watch, then yes, the Green Inferno is probably harder to watch. But we're rambling at this point, so I don't know what else to say. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel.
Us, not Human Centipede. We are better than Human Centipede for what that is worth.
Hey, if you like the Human Centipede,
don't subscribe. We don't want your kind.
I do. I want that number to go as high as it goes. You shut your whore mouth before I staple a butthole to it.
That's fair.
Not mine, but someone's. But until next time, that's all I know to say. It was a fucking experience.
Hopefully we'll do more better of these.
We'll do more better of these? What?
We'll do more of these, and hopefully it'll be better than whatever movie you watched. Fuck you.
Next time on Drive-In. Fuck off, guys.